Master. Would you mind joining me now, City? In full retrograde orbit, please. Yeah, our tops and bottoms are only 75, so we are... Okay, we are now more than low enough. How much fuel do we have? 16 seconds of fuel. Speed up until we hit the atmosphere, that will slow us down again. Whee! Well, looks like 2 successful captures here. Scotcho. Technical service. That's what slows down. I mean, last time we managed to get it under 1,000, we didn't even get burnt up. But nothing happened this time because we didn't go smooth. I wasted a load of fuel on that burn maneuver earlier, and it wasn't worth. There was no point in doing it because we were nowhere near the guy, and we threw off our target by quite a margin. Yeah, our weight to thrust ratio is not as good anymore because we are starting to call into the atmosphere. So its other stats are starting to take over. I'll keep this up for another 8 seconds. Well, we just burn up. Finish to burn a little faster. Oh, so Kerbin, how are you, scientist boy? Yeah? Enjoying the thing? You have to crew report? No point in doing it, but who cares? Good technical EVA you. But I'm not sure the wind might rip you off. EVA report. Claim. Good. In. Sneaky! Sneaky! Target. What SAS the surface ship. Okay. We're coming in and coming in fast. We don't do only get times 2 warp here, so. Looks like our trajectory is going to put us in water. You know what? I'm more than happy to keep this on for a little bit. Let this take the brunt of the way, the burn up. I mean, it is slowing down, so it will take the brunt of it. There's a lot of air resistance we're getting in there. Quite a lot. Okay, I think we're low enough. Almost 20k up. Yep, we'll get to 20k out, connect the bottom bit. We'll get under 1,000 anyway, we'll disconnect the bottom. Because it's, it's got to a point where it can't control itself anymore. When that goes, yeah, okay, that's always safe to deploy. Safe to deploy. You deploy it in the trend, it won't launch until it's actually safe to deploy. But yeah, looks like this one you're getting a water. Kenbald, you're getting a water splash. Let's see if we can keep your eyeball on our shoulder this time. On the rest of us. Well, look, camera on you. That was a splashdown this time, not a crash down, but I still want to see where you land. lost track of you all the way up there now. Whee! Yeah. It shot off some distance. We slowed down a lot faster than it did. It's off there somewhere. It'll crash somewhere in the ocean. Yeah, well, so under 100 here. Got 3k to go. Well, 102, 23, 119, 117, 116. Air distance isn't quite catching anymore. Parachutes deployed. Now we're coming down a lot slower. And this is a water landing, not an earth landing. So, yeah. Been there, put a post-it up. There's a plaque and everything saying we've been there. Hey, I saw that over there. We splashed. I saw the splush. That's where we landed. Over there somewhere. I think you can actually set the camera to follow the other part of the ship. But yeah. Nice. Now I'm going to have to get rid of those two debris guys who are floating around because they're empty. And sploosh. If you enjoy fishing, now would be a good time to get out your fishing pole. Can I get you a report from here? I can! Let's just nick a little bit of science. Not worth much, but we've got it anyway. I think that's probably the cheapest science we can get. So sneakily get a report. What they don't show is the fact they send a little guy a little paddle out there, a little canoe out there to go pull him back in. Da, 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 da. We got more money for that because we completed the mission. So yay! We can have free max strategy. So you know what? 5 reputation gains yields. We can commit. The more we commit to this, okay, that's 60% is what best we can get. It'll cost us 90 reputation, but for every 2.5 of reputation we gain 1 science. So if we do a mission where we gain 400 science, 400 reputation, we take 6% of reputation gains. So if we're going to get 400, we'll lose 300 points. However, we will get one point for every 2 points of that, so we will gain a good couple hundred, over 100 points. By the way, if we get 200 points, something that gives us 200 points, we'll get a lot of reputation out of it. However, I don't think half our missions actually give us that much reputation. So we'll commit 30% to this. Let's see, fundraising campaign, their thingy. There you go. better deals for our suppliers by taking a more assertive stance in our negotiations. They probably won't see this as a friendly move, but we can definitely have our way if we press them. It's not that we care what we think, do we? Or we can get this one with the recovery thing, so we get increase our money we get from our recoveries. So increase the plus the minimum vessel recovery and minus from the maximum vessel recovery. That's something to think about at some point though. So we have a lot of reputation. Okay, 2 missions done. We're getting like completion, free reputation. It's not a lot of money. We do still have this. Losing minus 14, that's why we're going to get 12 points. We'll get plus 3 science from it. Okay, he wants us to do... They just want to do fly orbit around moon, orbit, flyby, orbit, flyby, suborbit, fly... Orbit Kerbin, suborbit, flyby moon. So we can actually take out 3 on a single trip around the moon. Then we will nail all their itineraries in one go. And we know we can go do an orbit back of the moon because those big old thrusters we're using. Okay, do we have like another internet blip or something? According to the stream, we've only been running for 12 minutes. I'm pretty certain I started the stream an hour and a half ago. Lovely, all those things in it. So let's just grab this. Because we need as many as possible in this. Fortunately, I don't have the bigger command dog thing, which allows me to have 2 people. Mark 2 and I only have 2 people. Mark 3 is better. I'll tell you we just flight to either 3 flights to get all 3 done, or we take this method. And with that, we only take 1 flight to get all 3 of them. And thus is more cost efficient. It's significantly more cost efficient this way because we're getting all 3 in a single fight. We're only spending the money for 1 rocket, not 2. Or 3 even. Now because we've got that as well, I need a little more parachute force here. Because, yeah, this is a more important thing that they get here back alive. Instead of speaking, 4 parachutes actually will hold the weight of those quite happily. The radio mounts. They're smaller. I mean, tennis being put on both of them might be fine. So you only have the effective deployment, right? Fully deployed, effective diameter is 20. But these guys have the effective diameter of 41. So one of these is worth 2 of these. I got 4 of them. So I can't accidentally activate that. You know what, I always put one on anyway, so we'll slap that on. I actually activated the aerodynamics. Okay, coupling. That's just so we can get rid of everything underneath it. Now, if I technically take science module, I can try and have some more science. I think I only got material studies from around the moon. That's a bit of a problem. Well, we'll see what we get. Now we'll take it anyway, just in case. See if we can grab anything while up there. Now this, unlike the other ones, is going a lot further. And I need to be able to do an orbital maneuver. Well, then again, we're not landing, so we could technically get away with a similar design we had last time. But I'd rather just for safety reasons have the extra fuel. Yes, we are having the same trick again. Because quite frankly, 46 of these guys can launch you so high that yeah, it's a no-brainer. To be honest, bollocks have so much thrust on them that they're not cheap. I mean, they're not cheap by a long shot, they're £6 a piece. But quite frankly, these 6 have more punch than most rockets, than any of these guys. I mean, the solid burn fuel on these things is ridiculous. So they will burn. Let's see, what is my current thrust to weight ratio at the moment? Yeah, they're still going 2.2. 2.1 here. Thrust rate is currently 68. By that time it'll be a 1, so yeah, that's actually not so bad. That's a 1, still getting over 1 point burn ratio here. So we'll still push. Put it on, because quite frankly that was stupid. I did wonder about putting air brakes on. Like, I am putting on some air brakes. Like, cause they'll slow me down more, won't they? Yeah, I don't want air brakes. Put the wingless on. You know, it's not that far. It's not that dissimilar from what we just built. No, because I got 6 tanks there, so... I mean, I got 6 tanks attached to this thing. They should have more than enough fuel going on inside there. And we even did the wasteful capture dock maneuvers. Oh, docking in this game is... Quite frankly, the one maneuver I don't like the most. Of all the maneuvers this game has, docking is by far one of the most tediously dull maneuvers you can do. But a necessity. Okay, if we actually managed to get into orbit with the guy around, the guy we're supposed to be rescuing, I would be hilarious, because that would mean we'd get a whole heap load of quests done in one go. However, I can only fit so many guys in this little pod. Actually, hold on. Stowaway module. phone. Hold the phone. That's visuals on like going, right, T minus. Hold it. What? Well, look at. The satchel comes out, picks up and sees if we can again. What's going on? Well, it's stowaway module. Hitchhiker's module. How much bigger is that compared to? Oh, it's way too big. That's if you want a big pod. I need a big engine section, please. That. Yeah, I don't have the engines. I mean, it's bigger. I don't think he's quite big enough for the stowaway capsule. You don't really want it. You want it sort of structurally aerodynamic, so it doesn't cause huge drag. The less drag, the better. Now, if we had structural parts to fit that module, then yes, I'd go right. I'd take the crew passenger thing off and stick that on instead. Okay, Taurus. Yep, they're all Taurus on board. So pity this isn't the level 3, the next one up. Because it gets me 3 peens in the pod. Well, this gets 3 Kerbals. I keep turning the RCS on, I don't even know why. I don't have any RCS units on here. I'm going to put some solar panels on just to get some energy. Okay. Something went wrong here. Maybe I should get the RCS on. Okay. I'll try that again. If I can just steal science data from this point here, it'll be ridiculous. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, back to the assembly here for a second. That's what I thought. If I stick a transmitter on, I can transmit the science. Actually, I need a science capture module. Time of my super stupid. Look, am I putting that on? So I think I can capture some data on the way up, I'll save it. Now I'll try and capture more data. Actually I can't, because once I get to use that the first time I won't be able to get it again. So essentially I need to get to the point where it has the maximum amount of science. Strange, I would actually be struggling to control this, but something's making it go wobble wobble wobble. Middle winglets. Yeah, something's making him wibble wobble all over the place. And that's not good. Not good at all. And it's actually it's longer. So I need these maybe because it's longer, I need these move up. So the center of mass is more to here. If it still fails, then it's has to redesign some. Look at redesigning it a little bit. I mean, thrust weight is still nowhere near an issue. It's going to launch it. These things will launch a rocket twice as big. I mean, we're still 2.1 on the weight to on the thrust to weight ratio here. Eyeballing you constantly, boys. A little off center is not too bad. We're almost out of atmosphere. Okay, let's put ourselves back. Not sure we'll make you wiggle wobble, but we still got nearly a mil out, so yeah, we can get. We really need a massive thing here. Really, that alone just puts a. Well, what's a little bit far forward that we can get. See, the bigger that is, the more oomph we can get our swing out. Not sure what's making us wibble wobble so badly, but. Alright. Maybe corkscrewed. Yeah, I never trust it when it's like pointing that close to going just straight down. Again, ecliptic ovals are good. Yeah, the maneuver tool won't actually have a perfect circle going around us. It was a really bit of a pain in the back, to be honest, but. Oop. Zoom along. I've got to get rid of those two. I am confident we have the fuel for this, because we have a lot of fuel. It'll be so nice when Jebediah has the ability to follow maneuver on his own. Because it's just a case of click maneuver, follow maneuver, and it will automatically target the maneuver point with quite a very high amount of accuracy. It's slowly draining the charge, but very slowly. And no. Not that matters much because we refueled it. Again, this when you don't need oxidizers probably makes it a lot cheaper on liquid fuel. And they're probably lighter rockets to launch. Probably where the Atom engine comes in, where there's lack of requirements for liquid fuel for an oxidizer. And then we can get which is Xenon. need to have a much better engine for that. Since you have very few options on a Xenon engine, or its fuel. About the time, because quite frankly we're all on time what we want, and when it goes to getting to the moon, because of the speed we'll be doing, we'll only need like short 10-20 second burns to actually get the job done. Also strange, when they're doing it at the Thailand cells, they keep in track with the maneuver point. Point 4, that's fine with me. Right. Money. Money. It's a little on the bad side for that. Let's put the maneuver here. We'll do a ascending node shift. Point 2. Point 1. It's pretty good. Range, only 4 seconds. Do. 0.1. Does ducky. I'm still 100,000 out, so that's good. So about here, let's hit the gas. Wow, we're catching the first fly as well. Awesome. But yeah, I'm going to catch you in the first attempt. Well, it's 25 second burn here. I'm not going to try and park up next to the guy, because that just seems cruel on my part. If I fly all the way there and then park next to him, then go home and like leave him there, it's like, what the? Why are we? I do hate when it does that. It decides to wiggle itself off in a different direction. Yeah, it's a really long ship, and this way the little thrusters will come in handy, because it sort of add a little more stability to the movements. Not much, but it's there. Doop 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 doop. Wait until for another 10 seconds. Only 25 seconds until. There it is. Now we'll get them. Sometimes you get more stability when actually under the engine than you do not firing the engine up. Well, that's fine by me. I don't mind if we catch it on this side. Yeah, if we can push a little bit more, we'll... .7 off, that's fine by me. I will switch you to retrograde because we're going to have to put on the brakes. It's showing that because it shows when it hits there, the moon will actually... We actually timed this perfectly. To be perfectly honest, we timed this with near perfection. I think my internet blipped. Which is why we only got half an hour on the stream. I think I may have blipped more than once. I'm going to check my stream data. Hold on. Yep, it says I've been live for 2 hours. According to my thing, I've been live for 2 hours here. Which matches up with that, but not with the vid, so that may have been it on fault on his part. Whoop away! Whee! Technically, that thing science is working off, doing what it's supposed to be doing, it should be transmitting science. I don't know if it is or not. So we should make someone's contract parameters very shortly. Shows the line that way, but at the same time it's actually that way. This is more or less just to get us a nice orbit. I'm not going to try for a get real close orbit. Material studies. 70.5 cents. We'll keep it. I have no problem with him doing EVA. Right. Okay. Actually, why don't I this one? I'm like watching the time, like, wee, like I can just click the warp to time point button and get there faster. Okay. We have more than enough fuel for what we need to do. Our tank's barely half empty. This again leads me from the idea of setting up a split rocket system. So this bit, say for example, will be all fuel to get us home. The man out of the shop. Contract parameters met. Let's see. Itineraries have all been met. Orbit the Moon, flyby Moon, suborbit flight Kerbins, orbit Kerbins do flyby the Moon, orbit the Kerbin, suborbit flight Kerbin, flyby Moon. Only one of them actually wants to orbit the Moon. Two of them wanted the flyby, the only one was at orbit. Right, want to maneuver, so at least get some time over here. We really don't have to do much to actually get out or get away from it. I think it's like a 0.8 of a second of burn. That's a really, really, really fast burn. Because we're already close to the maneuver already, so it's like, you know what? I'll just ping there. And then the two will be matched. Indeed, hi Mun. Indeed, hi Mun. We got a. Hey, we've landed on the Mun. We've been there. We've got a flag. Yes, does it appear have I told it on? Yes. Mun 1, set on year 1, day 16. It had made it and brought the snacks, but still no snacks. Whee! Oh yeah, I mean, time forgot about this. Boop! Done. That's why I totally forgot about it. So like, boop! Done. No, we'll do it off in this mode so we can select the moon flyby. Whee! Bye bye moon. Bye bye moon. I'll be back with my multi-stage rocket idea. Should have shot out past the moon now, so if I was going to... No, not quite. I'm still a couple of minutes off. Boop. According to this, we will actually leave Kerbin. It's tempting to do it, because if I do that, there'll be a milestone and a half, and there's no way we won't get some fantastic science. At the same time, how much would I have to slow burn in order to get us back to Kerbin? Can still do a 6-second burn and get back home. You know what? I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. We're off, folks. We're flying by, not just... We're leaving. Bye-bye! This was not part of the mission brief, but gosh darn it, here at Imperium Tech Space Kerbal... Actually, no, it's going to be a British Space Society. We give you more than what you paid for. You just want to see a little trip around the moon, well, we're going to let you leave the... There's Mimos? Can we even see Mimos from where we are? Let's see, where's Mimos? Christ, I can barely see Kerbin. Somewhere around here is Mimos. Yeah, it might be him. No, that's not Mimos. Can't see Mimos, I'm too far away. If you look out your left window, you will find Mimos. Somewhere. Out there. Not entirely sure where. If I click on this, he would shoot off around the galaxy, around the planet's sun. And that's 410 days. He would be gone for a very long time. Oh, fuck, I think another 5 days, get over here. Technically that thing's been providing science, we should be getting like a lot of science. Something tells me it's not. I'm apprehensive about actually doing the Kerbin escape, but at the same time, if I do this, there's no way Jebediah won't level up. Technically speaking, this is orbit of the sun. Oh, this is risky. Done. We set a new record. We're actually in orbit of the sun. Now let's immediately slow our orbit speed down so we go back into Kerbin. I'm praying this is going to work. Please let me slow enough that I'm actually going back into Kerbin orbit. Either that or a one-way trip to try and make it away to the sun. I mean, I haven't left Kerbin that long. Yay! Come on, pull it back around. I got 47 seconds left of fuel. Woohoo! And I still think we can leave Kerbin and escape. We practically had to hit the brakes, folks, to get ourselves back. Okay. Brakes successfully hit. We had to slow down to 23 meters a second to successfully make sure we made it home again. That's gotta be an international record though. For us, because we literally... We won't get Kerbin escape again because we have not enough speed. And with our Papyrus is way too slow, we're going to smash into the planet. So we're going to click on a spot down here. Nope, I want to set the bonus target, I want to get a warp point. We've been at this 31 days apparently. It's amazing, they don't actually... They must have like a infinite food supply or something, because I'm pretty sure we don't starve if we had to go in there for 31 days. Sorry, I just looked at something that popped up on another chat that I've been looking at because this is a chill stream. And, oh my god, that's expensive. I would not pay that much money, even if it is Yu-Gi-Oh! I would not pay that much money. So yay, we have accomplished something, a feat and a half, a milestone and a half. We went to the sun. I did not get any science data from being out that far. I panicked. I should have done the science thing first, and then made it, then did the whole retreat back into the system again. Need more minutes. 2000. 4 more minutes in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4. Okay, let's just get a little bit of a burn going on here. Yep. We will not escape. Hey! That's a long distance. You get to 108 seconds of speed. We're bringing it in. Only 10 million. 9 million. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. I mean, we are still 300,000 out, but yep, better to go in this mode and watch spin onto this way. I just want to shave also in try to hit the atmosphere like 3,000 miles an hour. Which is likely what we're going to do. I can maintain this for 82 seconds. A full minute in this one. It might only be 40 seconds, but we are still shaving speed off. And that's a good thing. So long as we shave that speed off. I didn't remember to put detector in. Yes, I did. Just thought I'd double check before I put the thing on. I forgot that I can't detect it on my lower half. See? I don't have enough parachutes for this. Bye. Don't explode. Ooh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We narrowly dodged that one. I think we're going for land. We narrowly dodged a burn on that one. Ho ho! That was close. we narrowly dodged that one. I could technically still detach the lower half. It would make a little difference though, because it's still got 4 parachutes attached to it, so it would just float down on its own. But it doesn't count, I don't think, if this one is not attached to itself. With 4 parachutes, there's no chance it's not deploying and slowing down to an absolute crawl. We are now in complete freefall, folks. Whee! We're gonna land on our nose. Okay. We're coming. It boomed. Hey, there's an explosion over there as well. But yeah, we are good. We're only travelling at 3.3 here. 3.6 here. We are travelling at a very slow rate of knots. Even for this thing, it wouldn't cramp, even if it landed head first on the ground, it wouldn't do that much damage at 3.6 meters per second. 3.6. mean, if a person was to be hit by a car travelling at 3.6 miles an hour, it would hurt because it's a car, but survivability? Yeah. Yes, you would survive quite happily. Unless it actually ran over your tyre wheels and you got trapped underneath the wheels. Different story entirely, but for a car in general, 3.6 mile per hour, most people can walk at this sort of speed. So no, if you get hit by a car travelling at 3.5 miles per hour, it's a good chance it was reversing. It would hit you, knock you down, because of the car. That would be hilarious if I actually landed my head on that. Whee! Stop moving! Rolling, rolling, rolling. If it doesn't stop moving, you can't recover the vessel. Roll. It's like, whee! Tumble dryer. Whee! I think at that point we were moving faster than we were falling. But yay! With that, a successful mission. We got a lot of science because it came from all the way around the sun. If we'd have done a thing at that point, an EVA report or a crew report at that point, we'd have gotten a massive amount of science. Yeah, you got 6 points out of that. You went to the sun. Total. Gemini now has the highest thing going because he has an orbit around the sun for 6 points. You also get plant flag on the moon for 5 points. Orbit Kerbin. Mimos should give him some more points as well. Stupidity. I think stupidity is how slowly learn. Didn't actually explain what the thing is there. But now he has the ability to do radial normal altitude hold and normal altitude hold. So he can now do the radial stuff. Whereas the other pilot, my other pilot, can only do the slow down and speed up maneuvers. If I want to level her up, she'd have to go all the way to the sun, do a flight around the moon, orbit the moon, and shoot off into the sun. That's fine, because that was a good chunky bit of cash we've got. Yeah. Bring Moonstone back with you. Now we can't do that yet until we actually get the ability to go collect samples. But that requires you to be upgraded. But it's very expensive. But go to the moon, get a sample. That should actually be a hefty chunk of science, which we would need because we need at least 90 points by the next levels of anything. How much science have you actually deployed? And can you are you sending any back? Yeah, those important questions. Are you sending science back? hop first distance. Power needed, reduce power juice. Goop. How much are you actually producing? So despite me saying hours, every hour is going to get 4.8.004. So, you know, 3 hours is 0.01. Days might get you to there. Science completed. Science transmitted. Yeah, that's a bit. Pheno, isn't it? Parts. Well, I've got a hop. First com hop, so it might be able to transmit. I don't know if this is working, that part of it is working or not. I think we can cover the vessel. Because yeah, it's not got any resource connected, so there's not even got power here, so that's not connected. But it's getting data. It's just completed 7.97% part of science. Science rate 5%. And with 100% science, it will send that data over. That gets better when you start putting more. When we get more sciencey things we can put out there, like the weather analyzer and whatnot. We'll put that with it, and that will generate more science. So essentially, just what is this over here? It's something. I'm not sure what it is, but something. Also, tracking station. Let's get rid of some of these things. Because, Olsen Gerben, termination. Cover shipwreck, Olsen Gerben. Terminate that too, because that's, done. Spacecraft, official land on Gerben, experimental control station yacht. Recover the vessel. So I flight. Yep, I've got the crew in it because everyone's gone. That's still sat there. Not going to recover. I can technically recover because on Kerbin and right next door to me. We can literally walk out there and pick it up. If we so fancied. I think for the end stream, or ending targeting point of the stream. Yeah, so you've still got data hop of. Yeah. So you're still producing your stuff. You don't need to actually didn't need that thing. What is that? Something. I don't know what it is, but something. Yeah, that's what we do. We're going to drive out here with the thing and drop off. This time not flip the vehicle. We're going to drive over and drop off. A little power unit to keep the juice going. And probably a weather analyzer, which will increase the amount of science it's generating. So in several more hours or another trip, we might get some more science out of that thing. Want that, because what we're doing is going to be very, very intriguing. Normally I do this for sort of landing purposes. Like, I land with this, and like, yay. It's like, what I want to perform, still don't want to pull off, But this is going and dropping this. Dropping part of this on the moon. I mean, technically we don't need that one. Terrier will do the job just nicely, because it's only got to take us off and get back to the Kerbin. This is where we're going very weird on our stacks here, because what we're planning to do is build a 3-stage rocket that can set off from the Kerbin, land on the moon, leave its lower half there, the bottom of it there, and then take off again back to Kerbin. You guys only hold, you don't hold that much. Yeah, you're like the first stage of the next rocket up. Tell me, how much fuel would you... First weight on your section will be that. So not counting the whole thing, because that's another section entirely. Right, ground, this is important. Moon, so its atmospheric thrust to weight ratio wouldn't be too bad. I think we might even be able to get away with just using Terriers. CO 1.313 at current atmosphere. Moon might get you a little higher, so that might still work. I am really pushing the boat out of this. Again, this way of side thrusters would be nice. Do I need to... what's Terrier's fuel consumption rate? Let's see, liquid fuel 1.959 per second. This is vacuum, so that's what it's going to take anyway. So these each take 200, so 180 liquid fuel is... that's only 10 seconds of fuel per shot there. That's only 10 seconds of fuel. But again, it's the moon, and so long as I have enough fuel to get off the moon, this is experimental essentially. We're going very experimental. Yeah, so I think that would work. Structurally work. Yeah, so these are things I'll click on then, like go into the bigger ones, but we don't have a big bigger fuel capabilities yet. See, I'm tempted to put that shift and to put that onto that, but I don't think we have enough fuel. We got enough fuel there to land maybe, but not enough fuel to take off again if we move that to that. Right. The tall boy, because it's going to be expensive. Because this guy has to push a lot of weight. Engines on this one, we want good old Reliant. Yeah, so what's your thrust weight ratio is 0.95. Again, in vacuum of space, should have a little bit more oomph to it. And just let's see, 0.86. Vacuum though should give you the maximum amount of thrust for that. We actually have that. They won't all fit, but the amount of thrust we'd get out of this would be biblical. For lack of better wording, it would be absolutely biblical. Not too risky, but it's a lot of fuel for this section. And technically speaking, we can actually transfer fuel up modules when needed. Yeah, Pollux will be launching this guy off the ground because Pollux can do this in one. Yeah, even with all that weight, he's still at 1.96. Just shy of a full 2%. 2 times here. With all this weight on him, it's still... he still has more thrust. More than enough thrust to compensate for the weight of the structure. I'm putting these struts on here because yeah, it helps to make it more rigid, so it can go. Alright, I'll need a small parachute for this one because we're not bringing the whole body back with us. And where's the crew door there? Hatch, where are you? Yeah, I think that's the hatch. I have to put these on so he can actually go. Just in case he can't get up. If I put these on, he'll have something to grab onto. Just to let him get back up. Just in case he can't actually thrust that high with the moon. Okay, storage, or we need storage. thing with the fact we're taking an engineer means that we can, technically in cargo, put things like a Communotron in the cargo. And then put him and he'll go, whoop, and he can be used to assign to that. I think it's a little heavy for him though, so since I am leaving the bottom half of this thing, I'll put that up there. You'll need some energy. No, I don't need that many Commutrons, I just need the one Commutron. Let's try and make certain these are fit in the spot so we won't accidentally bump into each other. Inside cargo, we can stick in experimental control unit. We got a monitor. None of the storage for two things though. That should be enough juice for this. Not that it being if I put two in, I get future-proof it, but the likelihood I'm going to be able to hit the same spot twice. Slim to none. I need built, so that's fine. Let's stick some aerodynamics on, because this is stupid, to be very honest. It's as experimental as experimental gets. I am literally attempting to do something I've never done before. I have never tried this before, ever. I don't even know if it's going to work. But worth a shot. Technically, if I slapped another set of these on, it would, the thrust power of this alone would probably propel me halfway to the moon. I mean, I've done that before. I've literally on these engines and then slapped on these kickbacks on the side of the bullocks. And if I do that, the thrust to weight ratio on this is, yeah, it gets a bit ridiculous. It's still 1.9, so that's fine? Question mark? Also, should I bother pulling in parachutes? No, not really. I just have to take the thing off anyway, so why am I still calculating to have parachutes? I don't have the big enough. This is experimental. I don't even know if it's going to work. That's why I haven't bothered putting the scientists in here for the moon rock sample, and it is just, we're going experimental to see if we can actually pull this whole stunt off. We are 94 meters tall. It'd be nice if they actually tell me how big the vessel is at all times, wouldn't it? See, you don't tell me the thing at all. See, I'd like to know how big you are. Apparently we were 91 meters off the ground. So as it stands there, from that tip point there to its very tip is 91 meters. 94 meters. Yeah, we've gone back up to 2, 3. We have literally got enough fuel, enough punch. 6 of these rockets, and I could technically put 8 on. Somehow squeezed 8 onto this thing. But this many rockets compensates so beautifully for the amount of thrust requirements. It is ridiculous. Yeah, look at the atmosphere, we are shooting well past 300,000, not quite the million we got last time. 400,000, so nowhere near the distance we got last time. So we're going to have to put a little bit more effort into this one. However, we do have a lot of fuel to burn. Wow, we got a lot. Can I just increase fuel for a little bit? My sheer size and length. Okay, so nope, on that one or on this one. Oh, it takes 4 minutes to burn. Oof, that's a lot of burn. Yeah, it stands, we're still doing 3 minutes of burn right now. Thankfully, we have six minutes of burn available. Yeah, 120, 240, 380 is 6 minutes of burn. Now we're going to start this burn roughly 2 minutes away from target point, because we got to do 3 minutes of burn. And this game automatically thinks you can get to immediately to burn time on the spot. So about here will do. Because we're so long, bendy without the extra thrusters, control module thrusters to keep us on track, it does make us a little more awkward when it comes to burning. Wow, we only have a thrust power of 0.5. That's why it's taking so long for the burn. That's where we want it to be. That's why I also decided to set the burn off at the just shy of 2 minute mark. Over 2 minutes mark, because we have to do 3 minutes. $120 is 2 minutes. 240 is 4 minutes. 360 is 3 minutes worth of fuel. Now it doesn't matter if we don't have the whole canister, if we burn up all our lower fuel before we get anywhere near the moon. Get some more. So long we'll have like a little bit to land, help the landing procedure, and start the initial landing procedure off with, that's fine. That's that's an extra, that's a bonus. I got solar panels this thing, so I'm actually getting electricity to power my engine, my little spinny disc thingy. So we're still on schedule, and we're still doing strong here, because we haven't hit our apex at the moment. Our apex is over here. So about to pass the point where we're supposed to have initiated burn, timed a node. We got less than 4 minutes on the old clock. But was fine. We're still good. I mean, the less weight we have, the lower fuel we burn, stupidly enough, the less weight we have. The less weight we have, the more the thrust to weight ratio goes up. I think it's just about to hit us. Other side. Come on. Pop out now. Come on. There it is. Yeah, that maneuver is not to spec, but we have got 2 minutes and 27 seconds of burn time still available to us. Now the Mun is on that side, and we are massively off core track on this one. Wow, we are hugely off. There's a massive discrepancy between ours and his ascent and descent nodes. We are well off course. That would make landing so much harder. That's better. See, we gotta do this lot. Anti-normal, normal, radio up and down. He's leveled up like a lot. One more level, and he'd have gotten the ability to follow select maneuver mode. Or was it target first and then maneuvers? You get the fly-by-wire thing, you know. You can, yeah, you can just target any. You can immediately give them all the good stuff from the get-go. Yeah, still less than a minute, so hopefully we'll have enough to hit the brakes. All the way over here, so we technically have more than enough time to got not more than enough time still, so That's because our weight to rate ratio is not yet at the point where it's going pure 1 to 1 here, so you still try to push a really heavy object with an engine that's not really strong enough for what it needs. No, this won't change until it actually finishes the maneuver. Okay. I don't see. Again, this would be nice if this shifted along the way, on the path, but yeah. Still got 20. We've got still got 23 seconds of burn left after this. We'll have 23 seconds of burn. Should be enough to hit the brakes. That's not too bad, to be honest. Considering that we are well off kill to compared to him, but we'll hit him at least. Again, sometimes it's really, really annoying because it doesn't hit exactly what it's supposed to be hitting. But again, we are also piloting a very, very large rocket. See? And now its weight to thrust ratio has gone up quite a bit. Ooh. That'll do. Yeah, close approach in 5 hours. It did say 3 days. I'm not gonna run out of juice, electricity, because we are constantly picking more up. I will, on the other hand, check to be certain that we are not actually draining the fuel tanks from the second stage. No, good. Crossfeed is working just fine. Excellent. Well, the moon's all the way back here. Do I waste fuel trying to adjust the thingy? No, no point. I'm up here, 1 day away. And according to this, in another day we'll hit the moon encounter. So yeah, we actually pinged that nicely, it seems. Yeah, well on track here. That's wibbling wobbling because it probably means we're getting gonna get really far out or close to it. Chance we hit our snack point location. Nope! Because I have never managed to land in the same spot twice. No matter how good I am. And then over here, which is retrograde. That's 4 seconds. I got 20 seconds to burn with. And 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I like that to be a little closer. That'll do. Yeah, we'll go to there because last time I miscalculated the name. I forgot that's minus 5,000. So yeah, we are on course for where we want to be. This is again an experimental run here. We are literally going to try something I've never done before, which is to land. It's actually probably my most complicated rocket I've actually made. Most of them are simply burn stages for getting me there, back and whatnot, but this is the first time I've ever tried making a rocket with a landing stage and a takeoff stage. You can help out, you Jebediah. I mean, we've got 59 minutes before we actually get there, but still. You know, you can help out and get us in the right position. Again, monopropellant engines would give you more maneuverability control. The two will slowly become one. Skeksis, live forever! Yeah, probably. I mean, they technically evolve, so that counts. I think. I don't care if I burn more than 90 seconds, I do. I don't even care if I actually burn more than 19, the full 20 seconds. And I run out of fuel. Its job was literally to get me to here. And it's done its job admirably. 1. Oh, we got 1 second of fuel left on us. Woo! Okay, we're swapping you out from that to ground. See? From 5 to 2. It dropped to 3, so it's a good 1,000 off. I am not following the same mistake I made last time. Get to here. Walk this way, because I can tell whereabouts we are on the map. Roughly. Well, first of all, if it's 1,000... If our lowest point is in 30 minutes, then if I jump 10 minutes ahead, I know where we'll roughly how high we'll be. See, so we should be in, see, 17 minutes of thing. Yeah, about 200s here. So that's 17 minutes over there. Then if I jump to here, 7 minutes ahead, we should be roughly in the hundreds. If this works, I'm going to be impressed with myself. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'll be impressed with myself. Again, this is where the landing thrust controls will be very handy because they help compensate for the planetary spin. It's not evident because you don't actually see it in the game. It doesn't actually show you it when you try and land, but because the planet's actually still moving, you're essentially trying to match speed. Okay, at the moment, if I have full power, we'd have a 7.9 thrust to weight ratio for 1 second. It's a lot of thrust. I don't seem silly doing this at this altitude, but kind of want to minimize the amount of carry. Let's see. We'll jettison this at about... yeah, about here will do. We still have communications. Okay, you have a free, apparently fuel power, you have 3.3. Check that he's got cross. Yep, disable crossfeed. He can run for again over to just shy of 4 minutes, and apparently he's got a 3.3 weight thrust to weight ratio because we're in the vacuum of space, and thus atmospheric is low at full power. We can keep this up for 600 seconds at this speed. Yeah, 50,000 meters. That's the tip here, so technically speaking, we lose 30 meters. I mean, like 90 for the whole King's Boodles, and that was actually, that was that much longer here. So about 40 meters off. We're still slowing down quite nicely. Yeah, we can run this for 200 seconds just on this run pass alone. Well, it's currently chasing because we technically won't be losing like 1,000. What else I'll get? You know what? You can get a lot closer to the ground for you. That thing, say about 20,000 roughly, if not less. And that's at the ground, so I'm not going to slam into the ground so easy. Okay, that. So we're providing nearly 3 times thrust to the weight we've got. And that will go up the lighter we get, the higher that gets. So we're at 19,000 already. But we're also down to 300, in the 300s. like to be down to the 200s very shortly before we hit to the 10k. Again, we are getting more powerful the lighter we get. Our weight and our frost is steadily going in different directions here. Okay, we can ease off the frost. I mean, we don't want to be shooting down too slow. I mean, we're still 10k up. We can give this burning up for like 1,000 seconds here. Again, however, we also want to make certain that we are dropping. So 9k up, 8k up. Let's just drop us under 100. Also deploy gears. Pray to God that they actually take the weight. $6k up. $5k up. Textures are starting to spawn on the ground. No. If it weren't for the fact that we were planning to, leave this lower half, I'd be more happier. Unfortunately, I cannot transfer. I cannot overload this side. I mean, I could have put some tiny fuel cans and emptied them and made sense if it to transfer any weight excess over. Still 2k up, so I was doing fine for speed. Yeah, we're looking down, so check for our shadow. There's our shadow over there. Again, you don't want to get too slow, because if you overtake your speed, overtake this, you'll start going up, not down. Okay, I could have actually sacrificed an extra tank. Huh. I could have sacrificed a tank. I still got more than enough fuel for this. Vanavu. Any chance you could like run out and grab a rock or two? I mean, lots of rocks around us. I don't think they count as the lunar rocks we need. In the immortal words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, these are not the rocks we're looking for. Oh, I found an awesome T-shirt for Christmas. It says on it, all I want for Christmas is to find the droids I'm looking for. We're still slowing down, so that's good. Okay, I was a little too cautious with the amount of fuel I needed. I could have, by the looks of it, I could have ditched one of my fuel tanks. And yeah, it's running evenly, so. Yeah, nice. 4, 3, 2. You gotta be careful, you go too slow, it'll start wobbling around the place. I had that perfectly and you wobbled. Because you were so tall, you wobbled like that. It was throwing off the thing. I should have kept it around about 5. I'll set the thing up and see if I can take it off or not. It's landed on the hatch. I can't get out. There, now I can get out. You can let go. It's going to be a completely pointless waste of time. Yeah, any way of making increasing the amount of weight you guys can carry. And place. Next bit. Place the module that controls this. Place it right here. This is this thing, yeah, low voltage, comm distance. It would be nice if this thing had stayed upright. If that stayed upright, this would have been absolutely perfect. Maybe I should put some more legs on it. Only 6. You know, nice and close. Let's go open up. There you go, first hop. Quite some distance. Yay, you're generating more science an hour than the other guy. By a whole 1% point. Atmosphere weather thingy is going to be useless because quite frankly that's the moon. Plant my flag. Blech. Blech. We fell over. Alright, that's it. Man, I take service samples because I was allowed to do this. EVA report, still quite heavy on this. I'm not going to remove helmet because I'm pretty sure it goes kaput. Oh, that's right, you got the thing on it. Boing. Whee! Bleh. I don't know about the helmet is actually very badly fitting. Me too. Jeb. First things first. I should have deployed that before I started. Oops. Right, that failed. Whoops. Well. Okay, first thing we've learned is that we want more thingies. We want more landing struts to compensate for wobble. Second thing we've learned is that this, to get up, we actually got there. We had more than enough. When it came to fuel, we had more than enough fuel. We had fuel to burn. So we could probably have actually got away with a smaller module here. I'm not going to reduce this just yet because I don't know how much thingy we'd have on that one. I mean, it did only take like half an hour to get there. And I would love to finish it with us on the moon. But we are out of the time. So he's now saved, so I want to open. Yeah, you got Imp, which are a little bit, yeah, we cannot make those because they have a lot of locked or invalid parts. So, yeah. We have Test Lander here. Good for that one. It only cost me 69 grand too, which is not so bad to be honest. He has got a sample tank on him, so sample thing on him, so it wouldn't be a smart idea to get the sample carrying container. See, then if I'm going to go that whole hog, I'd have the science module as well, but the whole... No, we'll keep the sample in here with us. But the whole idea was to go to the moon, land on it, drop off land, raise this antenna most likely, drop off, disconnect this bit here, I'm going to put a booster in there. And again, if it wasn't less on the side, it wouldn't have been blown away, so. Land, hit that, from off, slow it down, back into land, bring home ton of science. Bring home an absolute boatload of science, which would be more than at least 90 points plus more than enough to get me the advanced flight control, which unlocks these two. Very handy. I just want to land. So say like an unmanned probe to do the driving and this carry like an engineer over. But more importantly, it gives me these things, which allow me to, you know, do a little bit more control, thrust control. These, however, are much more important. Especially this one, because it gives me free crew. So I could take a scientist, the engineer, and the pilot. This is just fun because it gives you a load of ways to connect and build more things. This one particularly. Fuel system just gives you much bigger fuel tanks. That's why you put the connector in for like rocket backs, so it use like the bigger engine. Propulsion system, yeah, there's not really much of it. There we are, so little might solid fuel boosters and liquid fuel engines for tiny things. I mean, that is weaker than the other guy. But it costs very little. Very handy for light rockets. However, heavier rocketry, on the other hand, makes you things like this. Which is designed to push a little harder. That one pushes a lot harder. And Thoroughbred is the only thing that beats those Pollux things. I mean, he's 13k. Yeah, he does a big engine on his own. He's 17k. Instead of thinking that would actually get rid of our whole first stage. Because, it actually carries liquid fuel in it. Very good for starting boosters engine. Drains a ton, but is very handy for getting you off the ground. But anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. Yes, when I come back next time, folks, we'll try our experimental lander again. Then we may actually do missions, proper missions. And we can get some more money, maybe. That I'm going to have to wait until I get the next science bit. That is also a nice one to get hold of. So you know what? We'll have him. We've got 10 years and he's got 9 years. I think I have all of them. Just grab them all. And when we come back, we'll do some missions. More accurately, we'll put the lander land on the moon with the lander, and then we'll look at with the humongous amount of science we'll get. We'll look at getting some more advanced mechanics. So until then, I'll catch you all later. See ya!